Well, hey guys, it's Colin with Legendary Habitat. Welcome back to the channel. I am out here on a client property today. I'm doing some TSI after we have done the logging in here. So I've actually did all the logging in here for this client, and so part of what we were doing is obviously doing a lot of logging. I did all the design and layout work on this property, and then pulled all the good valuable timber, and then we pulled a lot of softwood out of here to get a lot of sunlight in here. And then I'm going through now and doing a lot of his TSI, hinge cutting, using a lot of these tops and create walls of cover. We're going to get more sunlight down to all these travel corridors and these logging roads. So I just wanted to kind of take you guys through the process all the way from kind of start to finish, the progression of logging. I pulled right around 50 trees out of here, and I logged, it was probably right around a 20-acre area on this 80-acre property. So we took a couple of trees from a couple of different areas, but the majority is from about this 15 to 20 acre area, and took some white oaks that were ready to be taken out, and we opened up a lot of other future white oaks, a couple of hard maple. We've got some really good hard maple seed trees left in here for some future regeneration, and I'll show you some of those different pockets that we've left. So you know, really just trying to do a light select cut in here, but we're trying to get enough sunlight down in here to get a lot of good regeneration. We've got a high deer density in this area, so that's really the main goal. I just want to take you guys through kind of my process, what I've been doing here, and it's really worked out well for the client. The logging is actually paid for most of all the habitat improvement as far as my cutting, my time in here, you know, a seed for travel corridors, all that stuff. So there's a lot of situations where it can work out this way, and you know, with my smaller equipment I can get in here, do minimal impact as far as ruts and just tearing the place up, and you know, get in, get the logs out, and I'll show you kind of the log landing and that process later in the video. As far as I basically drug everything out to the landing, had buyers come out, some loggers who I work with, who I trust, and they came out and they gave me a fair price, bought it all for me, and they're actually hauling it all for me. So it's just one of the ways you can do it. I think it's one of the more beneficial ways that you can make the most money on logging, is you can actually timber it, get the timber out, get it to the landing, get it all bucked up, get it all laid out, and that's how you can get the most for that timber. So anyhow, without further ado, I'm going to start cutting in some of these areas. I'll show you kind of before and after some of these areas, what we're doing for layout, and hopefully you guys enjoy the video. All right, well, we are back here at this back basically hub intersection that I've created on this property. Right basically in front of me, or behind the camera right here, that's leading back out to his destination food plots. So we've got basically a travel corridor that winds all the way back around to an interior trail that's going to be his buck sneak trail, which we walk down and show you a little preview. So now I want to kind of show you this other new section that we are at down here. So I'll flip the camera around and show you this. All right, so hopefully you can hear me. It's a little windy today, but basically this is that travel corridor, winds all the way down through there, bunch of bedding. Went down through here, taking a bunch of big maple out of here, some aspen to really open this up. He's gonna have a new 360 blind right over by that stump right there. And so we've got this all opened up real nice. He's got a nice shooting lane out to his other little food plot right there. And then we've opened this up, got lots of sunlight in here. This can all be planted in clover, chicory, alfalfa mix. And this travel corridor basically winds all the way back around through here. And then basically cuts all the way right down through there onto the rest of the property. And then got another travel corridor that basically winds all the way down through here, kind of where those orange dots are, winds all the way around and then goes to another big section of bedding out through there. So lots of security cover. We basically designed this as a big hub here, so he can get in and hunt this off a couple of different winds. Northwest wind primarily, or a north wind, really sets up well here. Basically another 100 yards, he's got his access trail that runs down the property line right over here. And so really we're trying to get a lot of this movement going parallel with the property line on the interior here. So he's got a really nice little sneak trail that comes in, and it's going to come right into that point where the 360 blind is going to be. And he's going to be able to bull hunt this and gun hunt it. So it's going to be kind of a multi-purpose situation. So this should be a really sweet spot, especially during pre-rut, when these bucks are going to want to be back here scent checking around all the food plots and in the security cover. So we got enough sunlight in here where I'm confident we're going to get a lot of growth in here. It's going to get a lot thicker. So all right, so we are back where we started here. We started filming. So I just want to kind of give you an after. I shot a little bit of before. So we basically put down a lot of walls of cover all through these tops through here. We got a bunch of different pockets and trails that kind of run all through here back to that destination food plot, which is out here. And then we've got just a bunch of interior walls in here that are all cut. We've got lots of other tops in here, get more sunlight, and basically doing kind of a mid-story removal for the most part. You know, obviously there's a couple of trees like that real nice hard maple right there we're going to leave, but as you can see, we've got a lot of sunlight in here, probably right around that 50% sunlight, which is really my goal. So really happy with how much sunlight I've got coming in here. So you see we got a lot of these interior walls all along here, interior travel corridors that run through here. Got a lot of sugar maple up through here, which hinge really nice. So we took advantage of that. Got some nice tops laying in here we can hinge cut on top of. Create some really good side cover. These will all stay alive and keep producing. Up through here you can see he's got a blind right up there. And then he's got another little staging food plot right there too. So got a nice little wall, interior wall. We've got some other bedding pockets up through here that winds back around. And we've got some other pockets up through here with a travel corridor. You can see how well used this trail is. And this basically just winds back right around to that other staging plot over there. So this is a really nice section. There's a couple of really nice beds underneath these logs right here. A couple of real nice beds in there. So make sure to keep those open. I've noticed these deer really love bedding right on the edge of these walls. So that's where I'm trying to promote, you know, where they don't like getting too far deep underneath those hinge cuts, is from what I've found. They like to kind of get right on the edge. There's a little bit of overhead cover, but they've got several escape routes. We've got lots of sunlight in here, so we'll get lots of good regeneration. As you can see, the previous the landowner had a previous habitat guy in here doing some other work, and he had some great intentions, but a lot of this he was trying to hinge cut some aspen, and it obviously just didn't hinge cut that well. A lot of it obviously barber chaired, and he got the sunlight in but didn't take out the mid-story trees. So that's what we're doing. We're doing a follow-up, taking out a lot of the mid-story in some of these areas, and then obviously taking out the overstory, doing the logging. So the sun's starting to pop out, so that's nice. So we'll kind of go back down this main logging road here. So as you can see, we got some more interior walls through here. Really just trying to open up, get some pockets in here. And then we've got the main logging road that heads back out towards the food plot. Got a big hinge cut elm right there. And then we've got some interior trails through here. Kind of got a big bowl, a bunch of sunlight, so we dropped a bunch of trees kind of down in that area where we've taken out some of our big canopy. A couple of cherries and oaks and stuff in here. And we've got some interior trails. There's a deer right there. A whole bunch of them running off. They're loving it. So we got some interior trails that wind through here. These are existing trails that I've just enhanced and kind of put interior walls. So we're trying to really compartmentalize the section off all these different doe family groups and, you know, different bucks that might be bedding in here. So we can not only get a lot more sunlight down, but we can fit a lot more deer in this property and get a lot more predictable doe family group movement. So you can see we go back out to the main logging road that runs through here. Got a lot of sunlight in here. Opened up around several of these nice bur oaks. That's actually a dead ash that needs to come down. So this basically winds all the way back through here, and you got another wall, another pocket of bedding up through here, and we've got all his destination food plots all out through here. So a really nice setup. Really turned out like I had hoped, and hopefully this client's gonna have some really good hunts back in this area. So this is our log landing. This is kind of this destination food plot right here. This is basically all that area that was logged. We got that big sneak trail that runs on the back side of that, probably about 60 yards through there. So this is all the softwood pulled out. There's roughly around 40 trees. So we got a good full load here. So a lot of cottonwood, some aspen, some soft maple. So fairly cut pretty nice. Most of it's in pretty nice shape, but yeah, just nothing crazy. But we got to pull it out of there, get our sunlight in. Pulled some cherry. Obviously that got sorted and scaled differently. And then over here we got our grade wood. Got some red oak here, and then we got our all our white oak here. Only took about five or six white oak out of here. So, and then I got some hard maple here too. So these are already sold. B&T Logging out of Marlette. I've been working with Tyler and Brandon up there, and they actually bought them all for me. They're hauling them all for me, so worked out really well. We can get, you know, I like to work it out where I can get everything to the landing. They can come out, they can scale it all, and you know, cut me a check, and then they're hauling all the softwood for me. So it's worked out well. Highly recommend B&T Logging. They've been great to work with, and really good prices. So we're gonna get this wrapped up, get the rest of these stacked, and that'll be it for this job. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to kind of show you a little bit of the before and after, the logging process that's taken place on this property and the transformation. This took me right around a week and a half in total between the logging, the TSI, hinge cutting, layout. So really not too bad. And I had a couple of breakdowns during logging that put me back, but overall this job went pretty well, and really happy with the results. And I think clients are really going to be happy here with the results. There's just a pile of deer in here that I've been in here bedding and feeding on these tops, and obviously now is a great time to get out, fire up the chainsaw, get these trees down, not only for the rest of the year, but right now during the stress period. These deer, you know, this is when they really need this woody browse. So If you guys like this, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody watching, and hopefully we'll have some more content soon.